Good evening. Good evening for the third time. I'm just glad the other videos aren't out there. So I am going to try for the third time to do this. Okay. So when you come on, say hello. Um, I thought the first time going live on YouTube was going to be easy, and apparently it's not. Well, I mean, it is, but the Wi-Fi, something was going on with our Wi-Fi here, and so that's what was keeping me from being able to have my my phone in use and then also my computer at the same time. So, hey Terry, yes, it's working now, but girl, you have no idea. I wasn't stressing because it's not the end of the world, right? It's not the end of the world. And I can see your comment here and I can see it on my computer. Um, and I just, anyway, I will spare you all the details. I'm just glad it's working. And it took me a little bit of time to work through it all, but I, I guess this is what I'm going to have to do going forward, which is okay. You know, it's okay with me. It's a little weird for me because when I went live in Facebook, I'm used to seeing like my whole face and my camera is backwards. So I'm trying to look in the camera. I really am. I might have to put a little thingy somewhere right here to help me focus on where I'm supposed to be looking at. So, but welcome. When you come on, do say hello. Yes, yay. Thank you, Terry. Any of my Facebook support that finds their way over here. I hope they got the notifications. I'm assuming you did, right, Terry? You got the notification. You probably got like two or three notifications. But finally, this last one is the one that's working. So we're just going to go with it, and hopefully, the Wi-Fi won't interfere with what I'm trying to accomplish tonight. So I wanted to try to keep it short. Um, this is my first time live on YouTube, and I do want to thank you for being here. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to do a special scrapbook page layout. Okay. Now, if you watched any of my videos before, you know I 99.99% of the time do not show retired product. Okay. But this one is a little different because it's recently retired product from Celebration. There was a 6x6 package of Sunshine and Rainbows designer series paper that you could get for free. Ah, I gotcha. Okay. I think this last one is because I started a completely new broadcast and just kind of put that other one aside. So good. I'm glad. All right. And so, but I did a poll on Facebook a couple of weeks ago, and a lot of people have this paper and wanted to see me do a scrapbook page layout with this particular paper. So that's what I'm doing tonight. And I hope that you enjoy this. Let's see. I'm not going to worry too much about my computer because it's saying something crazy over here. It disconnected. But as long as I'm live over here, that's all that matters because I know how to move my phone down. So without any further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. When you come on, do say hello. On YouTube, if you comment, you have to comment to get entered into the drawings, but you can also share too. You just have to click the little share button and then you can share it to multiple platforms. If you want to share it back to Facebook like you normally do, you can certainly do that. Okay. But otherwise, let me get this pointed down. At the point where I turn this camera the other way, I'm not going to be able to see comments, which is why I was kind of hoping that my computer Wi-Fi would stay on. Maybe I can reconnect it. But I will be giving a drawing out for this particular live. Let's see. Oh, I have banners. Let me show y'all some banners. Let's get y'all something to read in the meantime. Let's look at that one. check that one out. I found the banners tool. So I have a few banners that I have in line to show you guys. So while you're waiting on me, you can just look at those banners and read that information that's scrolling across the screen. When I end the video, the links to everything will be in the video description, okay? And it's reconnecting. Yeah, because I won't be able to change that once I get that camera pointed down. This is really challenging me, you guys. Let's see. I turned my Wi-Fi off my phone, but yet my computer lost connection. Go figure. And of course, I go to complain to my husband, who's also the household IT person. We all have that household IT person, right? And all he can say is reboot, turn it off, turn it on, update. And I'm like, who wants to do all that? Like, really, who wants to do all that? I am can we get this to work, please? Like, now? All right. It is finally reconnecting because I really want to be able to look at the comments, you guys, while I'm got my camera flip-flopped the other way. And all right, let's just do this. I'm going to get this. Terry, I'm telling you, this is really getting on my patience here. It disconnected again on my computer, So clearly I'm going to have to need my own bajillion Wi-Fi signal, like right here on my desk, in order for me to have no interruptions whatsoever. And this is actually a good time because none of the boys are here. Chris is connected to a different Wi-Fi. Here we go. He's connected to a different Wi-Fi in his room, so it's not even interfering with my Wi-Fi right here. The boys aren't playing games. Nobody's home. And I'm re-entering the studio back on my laptop. All right. Let's get this going before I lose control again, or Wi-Fi signal. So just bear with me while I flip this camera down, and then I should be able to see comments on my screen over here. Okay, so just bear with me. And it is still upside down. Okay, other than let me see if I can move this. Bear with me, you guys. Because I really don't want it to be upside down like that. And I can't just pop this out. There we go. Let's see, which way are we going to move this? This way. Get that out of the way for you. And then get it back to where you can see. All right. Okay, I think we got it. And then I'm going to go ahead and sit down so I can see a better picture and the comments as well. So, want to make sure my volume is up. Y'all can hear me okay? Let's get started. I don't know if that was a delay there. That looked like it was sort of a delay. But we're going to get started on page number 1, okay? And we're going to be doing both pages, and I have everything already cut out and ready to go. Let me get my adhesive. And let me know if it just cut out. It should not have, but I'm thinking I'm froze. Terry, am I froze? Oops, what's that? Let's get some glue out. I cannot see. I think I'm still live. In fact, I know I'm still live because it shows I'm still live, but I don't want to look up at the camera because the camera is like opposite. So, Terry, can you confirm for me if I am live still? I think I am. I just froze. Yeah, that's what it looked like. I don't know why this has to be so difficult. I'm literally about to just give up and go back to Facebook. Terry, am I back on? Just fine. Okay. I see you just fine. Okay. I'm having to look up underneath my phone. You're still live and has not frozen. Okay, that's really weird. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and go forth. I'm not going to be able to see comments other than Terry, what you just told me. But I'm not going to know if I freeze up or not. So let's just go ahead and get this show on the road. All right. So Sunshine and Rainbows paper. And if my comments happen to pop back up on my phone, then yay, but I'm not going to hold my breath, okay? Because clearly we have some serious Wi-Fi issues here. I'm just going to kind of peek underneath my phone to make sure that you guys can see what I'm seeing, and to make sure I am in camera view as well. Okay, so what I did is I took a 6x6 piece of this designer series paper, and for those of you that have this paper, you know what it looks like. It's basically, it looked like this, and all I did was I cut it in half. Okay, now for tonight's layout, so I'm going to put this down on the bottom, along the bottom. So for tonight's layout, you do not have to be a VIP member to get the tutorial or the dimensions to this, because in the supply list that is in the link, the description is the information for you. So you don't have to write these dimensions down. You can just go open up that supply list and go check those out. Okay, so these two pieces of designer series paper are 3x6. Okay, now what I'm going to do also is I have these two die cuts. Now this die cut, these die cuts and the stamp set, I'm not stamping anything, but I am using the die cuts because it coordinates with this particular paper. Now just to remind you, you can't get this paper anymore. You have to have already have it. or know somebody where you can get a pack. And the 3 packages that I have are already accounted for. And so, but I am using the dies. There are coordinating dies to this. Now you can get this as a stamp set, a bundle, or just the dies. You can get everything separate. So what I did is I've got the paper down. I use this particular designer series paper. Let me see if it'll let me go back in. And I'm going to put these up on, dimensionals. I'm going to pop this up, but let me just put these dimensionals on first. I'm going to put 3 of them on here. And I'm going to do that along for all 3 of these. Okay, but before I go putting those on, I have another piece of designer series paper that I want to put here in the middle just to help cover up most of that seam. It's not going to cover up the little bottom piece right here, but I think with everything that we've got going with this designer series paper, that is a very, very, very minor detail. Okay, so let's put this down and cover that seam. And then these are going to get popped up with dimensionals. I can see comments again, but thank you, Terry. So, okay, let's see. I want to put this on, I'm going to put this on, but I'm trying to line up this little piece right here with the top of this DSP so that it's consistent. And Terry's asking, how do you become a VIP? Terry, quite honestly, do you know that you are already a VIP? I need to send you the link. So in order to be, anybody can be a VIP. And what exactly is a VIP for me? That is anybody that has attended one of my paid events. It doesn't matter if you've just attended one or if you take advantage of every single one. That automatically gets you the link. It's not an automatic process, so I do want to explain that. It's not an automatic process, and so this is something that I just have to do manually or remember to do. So really, I should add it to my calendar. That way, I can go through once a month and identify if anybody new needs to get that link. But basically what that is there is a private blog link. I am just matting these, this designer series paper. This designer series paper is 3x3, and these basic white mats are 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. But once you attend a paid event from me, and it's usually at the event, you get a link to a private blog that contains all of the scrapbook page layouts that I have that are complete with supply lists and tutorials. So you get access to those. So that kind of explains why before on my lives, I would never give dimensions out. I would really only do a supply list. So the VIP members don't have to figure all that out. They automatically get those free tutorials. And right now, this one is number 32. So there'll be, there's 31 already on there, and this will be 32. That'll be part of that particular blog link. Okay. Now this piece is going to go in the center, but I'm kind of doing it backwards. I'm using my designer series paper as a mat. Now this one is 4x6, and then this piece of basic white where you can use it with or without. Okay, because a photo is just going on here. Is 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. Okay, so it's a pretty large photo mat. Okay, so let me go ahead and mat let's go ahead and mat this onto this piece of designer series paper. Now, as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, we're just here to inspire you and give you the tools that you need in order to do these particular projects. So I will only be showing Stampin' Up! Products, just so you know. So if you're new to this channel, just know that the only products that I really endorse on here are Stampin' Up! Okay, and what we're going to do is I just put a little adhesive on this side right here because we're going to attach this to the back. Okay, and then I want this piece to go in the center. Oops, and I just put it on the wrong side, but that's okay. No, it's not okay. Hold on. I was like, where is a silicone mat when you need one? I need to put it on the top here. But this lets me show you what our silicone mat does because nothing's going to stick to this. See? And I had adhesive on the back. So let me keep that out because that's most likely could happen again. But I'm just going to line these up because I want them all to be the same. And then same thing with this one. We want this pretty designer series paper to show up on the front. And so let's line that up. It should be exact because each one of these cuts, let's see, for these DSP banners, what I did is I took a 2x6 piece of each one of these designs, and then I used the tailored tag punch in order to do the little banner cut at the end. That one's a little out, but that's okay. And then I cut it in half, okay? Because some of it you're not going to be able to see because it's behind here, all right? And so now I'm going to finish putting, let's put some adhesive on the back. And if you hear a doggy whining, it is the dog that realizes I'm like right here and she's like right outside the window. Let me make sure I got enough adhesive on the back. Let's put a little right here. Okay, and then this one is going to go, let's see. This one is going to go, let me put this down first. I'm going to put this one right here, and then I'll put these two down. Okay, because I want to pop these up with dimensionals. And let's see. And there's my friend Cindy. We have, well, as far as I can see right now, we have two states represented in chat. We have Terry from Colorado and Cindy from Virginia. Thank you, Cindy. Okay, let me pop this one on. We're going to make this real simple. This is some really fun designer series paper. And it's just sad because celebration is over with, but yet here we are in the months where, you know, it's raining. So you get rainbows usually during rain or right after the rain. And we're getting to a point where we're getting out of winter. So the sun is peeking out a lot more. Okay, so right here in the center, I had a bow. There you go. Let me get my glue dots out. In order to help cover up this seam right here, I decided to take our white seam binding crinkled seam binding ribbon, and I really love this. I love it for several reasons. I don't like that it's clingy, but it gives you an opportunity to take and make this ribbon any color you want. I mean, we have, you know, almost 50. We don't have quite 50. There's probably like 46 or 47 blend colors. And what I used is I used the Flirty Flamingo because that's one of the colors that is in this designer series paper. So I took that and colored it. Okay. And for those of you that have not seen that yet, let me show you. Let me get just a piece of paper. Oops, sorry. I think something moved there. In fact, I know something moved. Let me show you how easy it is. I'm going to go ahead and use the dark blend. I'm going to use a little paintbrush tip there. And all you do is you go over it. You might be able to go over it in like one swipe, but I usually have to go over it twice just to make sure. I guess it depends on how much you angle, you know, your blend. But by the time you're done with that, it's already dry. You can make this any color you want. And it dries really quick because it is alcohol based. And if you want it darker, you just keep going over. But you do want to make sure that you use a protected piece of paper on whatever surface you're working on. So that's why I have these ribbons, and the color is because I made it myself. Okay, so if you're looking for a good versatile ribbon that you can do some coloring with, definitely use the white crinkled, the seam binding crinkled ribbon. Okay, so let's put this on with a glue dot. We're going to put the glue dot right here in the center. And then once again, we're not completely covering up the seam, but it's a lot less noticeable. Okay. And so now all we have left to do, well, we have a couple of things we're going to do. We have all our clouds. Okay, some of these clouds I already popped up with dimensionals, and then some I don't have any because I want those to be flat on the cardstock. And by the way, this is 12 by 12 So Saffron cardstock. And I did put a note in the supply list that you can only get colored 12 by 12 cardstock when you purchase the variety packs. Basic white and very vanilla are the only colors that you can get in full packages. Okay, so let me lay these out and get these back out like I want them to be. And part of the designer series paper was several pages of nothing but these clouds that you can punch out using the coordinating punch with the Rainbow of Happiness bundle. Okay, so this is a little cloud punch, so you can punch the designer series paper, or you can punch your own little white clouds and color them, or not color them if you don't need them to be colored. But where I was going with that is those of you that still have this designer series paper, don't hesitate to use these pieces here that would have been on the edge of that designer series paper. Okay, those are like, this one is still a really good one. And what I'm going to do on this one is that one's actually going to go down. And let me get these other ones laid out. Okay, let's get those laid out. Let's go ahead and put this one straight down on our cardstock, kind of up here at the top. Tear off that dimensional backing. Just going to have some different level of clouds. And then we're going to put this one down. Now this one is going to cover up that part that's missing. Okay, so see, those are very usable pieces. Do y'all remember that the movie Toy Story? That's what makes me think of this. If this little piece could talk, he's like, but you can use me. See, scrapbook and crafting projects have feelings too. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do on this page. I do have one more thing, but I'm going to do those at the very last. So that is page number 1. Hope you like that. Terry's visiting her daughter in Charlotte, heading to Charleston tomorrow. And yes, it's been raining there too. Oh, wow. We got rain yesterday, and it's just been cold. Here in San Antonio, it's just been cold. Okay, so let me put this off to the side, and then let's bring in page number 2. Got all our pieces here. It's literally basically almost the mirror image of page number 1. But when you put them together side by side, they look so cute and so colorful. Okay, so I'm just going to do a repeat of what I did on page number 1. So let me get that out of the way. Make sure my rainbows are going in the right direction. That would help. That would be my luck. I'm not paying attention and end up putting a rainbow upside down. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's get this side on. Put that down. And then let's get the other one on. All-purpose glue literally is all-purpose glue. When in doubt, just get your glue out. All right, there we go. Okay, so we have that one taken care of. And then let's put this down the center again. I'm going to start on the bottom and work my way up, since that was slightly short, but that's okay, because it's going to end up getting, what's missing is going to end up getting covered by this particular little die here. Okay. And normally on my Wednesday lives, I only do one page, but tonight I wanted to go ahead and do both of them just because of the designer series paper that we're working with. So hopefully all you out there that have this particular designer series paper, you know, a package of it, or maybe a few sheets left, and you don't know really what to do with it, hopefully this will give you an idea of a layout that you can put together and save it for our upcoming sunshine and rainbow days. It's got plenty of, let me put that on there first. It's got plenty of meat for lots of pictures. Okay. Put that on there. Center that. And then the same thing with these. And that's why I used a 2x6 piece, because when I cut them, it's going in the right direction. What I put on the first page is the other side. And so this time I wanted it to go this way, but I still wanted it to be the same direction. So, but what I'm going to do on this one is, get that in the center there. There we go. We're going to put these on, it's the same, it's just opposite. And I know that made no sense, but it makes sense. On the other one, this one was on the bottom, and this one is going to be at the top. Oh, I put that on the wrong side. There we go. And I caught myself. There we go. Now let's put this one on. There we go. And then we're going to put this one on. There we go. Okay. Now let's finish putting some adhesive on the back of this so we can put this one whole piece down. I don't know why I'm having problems with my seal. Oops. My seal clapped back at me. Did y'all hear that? It made the paper clap back. Okay, now this one is going to go on this side. And let me see if I need to bring that back a little bit. I want to make sure this is lined up a little bit. Trying to make this even between the sheets there. That looks about the same. All right, get that one on. Okay, and then let's put these together. It's the same from the first page, same color, same size. Okay, and that one is going to go on the bottom. You'll see the difference. I really liked this piece too. This is a really nice piece of designer series paper as well. I struggled with where to use that. And then somewhere along the way, I decided to go with this Misty Moonlight, which is still pretty. All right, let's pop these up with some dimensionals. Had 3 of them at one time. Go. And one more. And let's get this one down. This one was almost right on that line there. And then this one, oh, I have a different banner. I should probably change the banner. I think the Stampin' Mini and Stampin' Emboss one has been down there. I did decide to throw a little extra freebie in with that particular one. So if you order one of the mini Stampin' Cut Emboss machines, after you place your order, if you could email me what pair of, let me get this on here right first, what pair of mini embossing folders you would like. I'm going to give those to you, give you whatever set you want, absolutely, oops, sorry, absolutely free. And we have several to choose from. Okay, and then let's put this one on this side. See, I already did all that for you to save some time. We're gonna put that in the center. So we've got that one, and then what else we got going on here? Let's see. Okay, now we've got a weekend retreat in the Texas Hill Country. The only one open right now is the June one. Make sure that's right side up. Let's get these down. That's gonna have to go there. Nope, that one's gonna go over there. We're gonna put this one here. I think I might have an extra. I think I might have an extra cloud. No, I don't. Never mind. But the weekend retreat is open. For live to be there or to go. And this particular retreat will be based off of the new annual catalog that we have coming out in May. Yes, we already have a new annual catalog coming out. So y'all know what that means. There'll be some things that'll be retiring, some things that will be carried over into, let me move this right here. I didn't mean to go that far like that one, but that's okay. Yeah. So stay tuned for sure. definitely want to stay tuned so you know what's going on. Let me pop that one down a little. All right. And sure I didn't have any loose pieces. Okay, so let me show you. This is page number 2. And let's see, what do I got here? Do you have the Ladybug Bingo? Okay, so let me show you that one. So as far, Terry's asking about the Ladybug Bingo. So there is a Stampin' Up! Bingo event that I have April 16th. It's online via Zoom. It is going to be using the Hello Ladybug bundle out of the January to June 2022 mini catalog. The deadline for the April retreat add-on class, that one of the add-on classes is the Hello Ladybug add-on class for my April retreat. So if you have, well, let me back up. What's included in that class is the actual bundle. Okay. If you have that bundle already and you decide to participate in the bingo the following weekend, which is April 16th, it's scrolling across the screen right now, then you already have what you need in order to complete the make and takes. Okay. That's why I wanted to do the bingo close to the retreat date, because of the whole Hello Ladybug of what I was doing. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I have both of the pages complete, but I wanted to put just a little sparkle, just a little, not much, just a little. Okay. And what I did is I broke out the basic rhinestone jewels, but I don't want them to be just basic, right? We want to make them a color. So, keeping with the Flirty Flamingo blends that we have, I'm just going to color. I'm going to color a few of these, and it gives it the tone of that Flirty Flamingo. And let me do some small ones. Let me do a few little small ones. All you do is just do the little brush tip over your rhinestones, and then now you have like a colored rhinestone. I think I need to do 2 more. No, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's good. I want 4 on each with 2 big ones on each page. Okay, so that's why I only colored that many. And so what we're gonna do, so we can bedazzle this particular sheet. Let's take one of these, and we're gonna put one of the big ones. We're gonna put one on there, the middle of that sun, and then we'll put the other one on here, and hopefully on the other side of that. Well, let's just see. Oh, look, it does. Okay, so I put the 2 large ones down here, and then let's do 4 of these little small ones. It's not going to give me any problems. And we are just going to kind of randomly place them on here. Very random. This is almost a afterthought here, because you really don't need them, but just a few, not to go crazy or anything. And then we'll put the other 2 big ones on that one. That way there's a little bit of shine. And then the other 4, real random too. Put one there. Let's put one right there. You almost don't even need these, but we're going to use them anyway. Let's see. We'll just go right there. All right. I'm not sure how much you'll be able to see of both of these layouts together, but I am just happy that I finally got to the end and we're still going. So let's see what else we got here. The bingo. I showed you the retreat. And then we'll just show you that one. It's just a reminder that if you saw any products, I'm going to try to scoot this down. I've got a little delay on my laptop, so I'm trying to get it in line with this because I'm not sure. Let me see if I can stand up and pull this up a little bit more. Ooh, there we go. I didn't intend for it to get crooked on there. I'm intending to try to straighten it out, and that way you guys can see the full layout side by side. Is it going to work? Are y'all going to be able to see it? Oops, ouch. Let's try it again. Let's try moving it up some more. Some more. This is tricky. There we go. Ah, it finally worked. All right. So see how it's basically the same. It's a mirror image. The only thing different is I kind of flop the top and bottom one of those around a little bit. And, but yeah, it's pretty much the same. Let me take a look at the comments. Love it, love it. Thank you. So yeah, so this is layout number 32. I'm sorry, 30. It's number 32. Okay. And just a huge thank you to coming over and supporting me on this little YouTube journey I have here. Clearly I'm going to try to do more of these, and at the same time try to work out all the little kinks with the Wi-Fi, but I'm glad I was able to at least stay on and get this layout completed for you. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some inspiration with what to do with the paper if you have it. Obviously, there was 48 sheets of that 6x6 paper that was in there. So there's a lot of paper to work with. If you don't like this particular DSP, switch it out. This is just for a layout to give you that inspiration and help you get started somewhere. You don't have to use those punched out clouds on the DSP. You can make your clouds white. We also have those borders that one of them is a cloud border. And those of you that are familiar with our dies, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. So once I take pictures of these and upload them, they'll be on the attached supply list. So I just want to welcome you to go check that out. If you need the dimensions for this, they'll be on the supply list. And then I'll also upload this free layout to the VIP website. Terry, I'll be emailing you that private blog link so that you have it. And thank you all for joining me this evening. Thank you for your support. And I hope to see you more on YouTube. So y'all have a great rest of your evening. And thank you. Good night.